Welcome to Abuse Exposed, a podcast about the secret of abuse. Each episode, we deliver intriguing Christian and personal experiences on abuse and how to overcome it. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional mental or medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified mental health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical or mental condition. Now, here's your host, live from Texas, ISpeakMotivate.
Hello. This is ISpeakMotivate, and I'm so excited to be with you guys for episode 22 of the Abuse Exposed podcast. Thank you so much for subscribing, sharing, listening. It means a lot because guess what? We are bringing awareness and exposing the pain of abuse and breaking stereotypes every single day. Now, let's get into it. Episode 22. It is going to be based on family abuse and the feelings that come with family abuse. And I'm getting this information from kidshelpphone.ca. And when I was reading this, it touched me because these were a lot of the feelings that I had as a child when I was going through that, through that child abuse during that area. So this is really straight on. So if anyone's going through this or have felt this way, you're going to educate yourself on abuse so you can move forward and heal. Now, common feelings with abuse. Living with abuse can affect the way you think about yourself, your family, and your future. Abuse can trick you into telling yourself stories that are untrue, which can prevent you from getting help. Abuse can affect the way you feel too. The emotions caused by abuse can be complicated. You may not be sure what you're feeling. Here are some examples. You may feel guilty. And these are some examples of what you would say to yourself. I know it was at least partly my fault. I should have been able to stop it. If only I had helped out more. Why did he hurt my sibling and not me? So just moving forward with this, we talk about the guilt and shame that those that have been abused feel. And people ask, why don't they get out of abusive relationship? This is why. Because they feel as they had some part in why the abuse occurred. And they're like, okay, this time I can prevent it. Because I know the formula now to stop the abuse. And every time we feel more and more hurt because we still get abused. We're like, okay, this time I'm going to do this. And this is going to stop it this time. And it doesn't happen. And especially being a child, you're like, I just want to do the right thing. And you feel like you're the reason why that the abuse is occurring. Now, you could feel ashamed. It's so humiliating. People will think I'm weird. Everyone will think it's my fault for not stopping it. Our neighbors will look down on my family. And these are all the things that a mother can feel, a father can feel, a child can feel regarding the abuse that's happening within the household. And of course, feeling angry. You're questioning, why me? Why nothing ever goes right for me? This just proves it. I must be being punished. I hate everything. You may feel afraid. If I tell the police, he will hurt me more. Child Protection Services is going to separate me from my sibling. I'll be placed in a foster home where things will be even worse. I'll never find someone to care about me again. Okay. And these are a lot of the thoughts I did have as a child, during when the abuse was happening, because I was like, what if I'm gone and I'll never be able to be with my sister, and what if they separate us and this and other. So my thing is, my family member that we know that we love each other and we're here for each other, I don't want to lose that one family member. So when some children are going through abuse, this is definitely some of the thoughts that they feel like, will happen, just like the other one. I'll be placed in a foster home where things will be even worse. I've had friends that were in the foster care system that say they were, molested and things like that. And I'm just like, it's better to know, to be with the devil and not the one you don't. So, you might as well be in that relationship. It's that fear factor there. As a child, you're weighing your options. You're making adult decisions as a child and just waiting to see, like, oh, hey, this abusive situation will be better for me because I don't know what will happen. Another emotion is confused. Maybe the abuse isn't really that bad, so you try to explain your way out of it. You try to minimize it. Here's another one. Sure, he's violent, but he can also be really nice and fun. So there's that cognitive dissonance that we spoke about before, where you have two conflicting thoughts and you just don't know where to go with it. I know she loves me. She just doesn't know how to show it. If I don't tell, things will get better. Maybe I'm remembering things wrong. So we'll blame ourselves. We'll say, if we'll perform this action, then this action will happen. Like here, if I don't tell, things will get better. We think that our actions will influence others' actions when it does not, because a person's going to do what they're going to do. If a person is abusive, they are going to be abusive. But they make us feel like that we're doing something, and that will affect their response to it. So they give you a false sense of control, even though they know at the end of the day, they are reigning with that control over you to make you feel guilty for what they're doing, and it's their choice. Feeling rejected. They may as well have given me away. She must not care about me at all. Why didn't he try to protect me? Which is the biggest thing as a survivor of child abuse. One of the biggest questions is, why didn't they try to protect me? Because it's like, it's your parents, and and for the longest time, you're just trying to figure out, wrap your mind around why. I don't understand, Another emotion is feeling trapped. It feels like there's no way out. No matter what I do, she hits me. I can't escape. I have nowhere else to go. It's living like this, or being homeless. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells all the time. Yes, definitely. Have all of these thoughts before. Again, like we were saying, weighing your options. Like being abused and having a roof over your head, or being homeless, and there's people that get raped and robbed in shelters, or abused on the street, or get, sex trafficked. So you're just weighing your options, and you feel like, those are your only two, and then just feeling like, again, performing certain actions so you won't get hit, that walking on eggshells. You feel like you have to tiptoe around every physical action, every facial expression you make. You want to make sure it's not too harsh or not too smiley, depending on the abuser. you're trying to make sure every behavior is pleasing to your abuser so you don't get any repercussions. Another feeling is helplessness. There's nothing I can do. No one will believe me. I'm just a kid. How can I stop him? He's bigger than me. If only I had the money, I'd run away. So again, and the no one will believe me, I'm just a kid, this really hits home because even as an adult, a lot of people don't believe you when you come out about abuse, especially if there's relationships there and things like that. It's very hard for them to wrap their head around it, because an abuser is not going to show their face in public. It's dumb. It's really dumb for them to be abusive in public, because then their mask will be off. It wouldn't make sense, and they'll get caught quicker, more so than acting like a saint in public and being a monster behind closed doors. So that's where the victim blaming, like I say, it's very dangerous to do because of this statement and feeling that, children have, women have, and men have that have been abused. No one will believe me. I'm just a kid, or no one will believe me. I'm a man. They're saying this. Are they going to believe that this little woman, 4'9", beat me? Really? They're not going to believe me. Or if it's a woman, oh, he's the pastor at a church, nobody's going to believe me. So we have all of these, thoughts in our minds regarding why people wouldn't believe, who we, what we've been through and who the abuser is, The next emotion is hopeless. It's going to go on forever or get worse and worse. I have nothing to look forward to. All I do is try to get through each day. So if you're feeling hopeless, today I want you to take the first step into transitioning into getting out of that situation as the safest way possible. It is not easy by any means, but get out as safely as possible. Now, worthlessness. If I was normal, he wouldn't be doing this to me. I'm so stupid, I can't please anyone. No wonder she won't let me in the house. I'm such a mess. I'm ruined forever. So again, the abuser wants you not to have low self-esteem, but no self-esteem, no identity, no anything, period. They want you to be a walking shell. And they want you to be destroyed, period. They project their negative feelings on you so they can see you crumble. Now, you may also feel betrayal. How can they do this to me? He promised he never hit me again. What a liar. She loves using drugs more than she loves me. So, these are the feelings that can occur during these family abusive relationships. I had all of these feelings during my childhood and even into adulthood. I just was very confused, felt betrayed, felt afraid. And even in recovery now, I still have those moments where I'm triggered and I have flashbacks of the abuse and I cry. I'm just going to be honest and vulnerable here. And that's why it's very important for me to give you guys some hint on what occurs during abuse so that you can get out of those situations and start your healing process. Because the thing is with abuse, it does not get better no matter who it is. it does not get better. Whether it's parents, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, or a career, abusers seek to destroy.